New York Jets made a trade that I'm loving every bit of. And I believe it or not have some Yankee stuff for you. But good afternoon to you, Big Mac. How are you today, kid?
I'm doing well, Craig. How are you?
All right, let's just get it right out in the open.
Let's get it. Let's just do it.
This is going to be right up your alley. You're going to love it. And a good portion of this, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to watch you do your work, okay?
My kind of day.
There you go.
That's right.
Congratulations to CC Sabathia.
Yes.
Who is now part of the watered down. I'm sorry, did I say that? Now part
No argument.
Now part of Yankee lore.
Yes.
Having his number retired, he gets a plaque, not a monument. Nor should he get a monument.
No.
But he gets a plaque. And congratulations to CC Sabathia.
100%.
This is not a referendum on whether or not it's deserved or not. Good for him. 11 years a Yankee. Obviously a workhorse for the Yankees for a good period of time. The ace of that staff, the 2009 World Series, 200 innings, blah, 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 blah. Couldn't happen to a better guy. But it does beg the obvious question and begs the obvious statement that if CC Sabathia has his number retired and gets a plaque, not a monument, but a plaque out there in center field at Yankee Stadium, then when does Alex Rodriguez get his? Or should I say Joey Gallo? Oh, I'm sorry. He wore Alex's number, which answers the question. And the answer to the question is never.
Correct.
Because the Yankees obviously don't appreciate all the things Alex said about them and did to them.
And sued them.
And lied about the PDs. Now, I know that they have, at least on the surface, made good on everything. And he's welcome in the building. And there's some mutual respect, etc. But it's never going to happen while the Steinbrenner family owns the Yankees. And here's my issue with that. And you're the Yankee guy much more than me. All right?
You think?
But here's what I have to understand. If we're going to just start willy-nilly, and that's how I view it, retiring numbers, and we're going to take basically the core four plus a couple guys, 96 through 2009, that were part of that great Yankee dynasty, and Paul O'Neill's going to have his number retired, and Posada gets his number retired, and no one's going to argue Mariano. That's more of a Jackie Robinson thing first, but we get 42, and Derek Jeter, obviously, Capitan, right?
And Hall of Famers.
Yes.
And that's what, by the way, CC Sabathia is.
Okay, that's all good. It's all good. That's what I said. There's not a knock on CC Sabathia at all. CC Sabathia is a Hall of Famer. I have no issue. I applaud it. I support it. CC Sabathia going into center field is a great moment and a well-deserved moment. But it then opens up the obvious can of worms. You have a guy with over 300 home runs as a Yankee. You have a guy with not one but two MVPs as a Yankee. You have a guy that you don't have that 2009 World Series without him. You have the 2007 season, which is arguably the greatest offensive season in the history of the greatest franchise in the sport, right?
Yeah.
And you have a guy that, if for my money, you please push back on this because maybe I don't know, is the greatest third baseman the franchise has ever had. So the question has to become when, if ever, and what does he have to do to one day get a phone call? We're going to put 13 in center field. Not a monument, but a plaque.
Yeah, it's never going to happen.
Never going to happen.
Never going to happen.
And I find that problematic.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
If you were looking for a fight on this, I'm with you tomorrow.
I'm not looking for a fight.
No, I'm just saying, if you were looking for me to disagree, or like tomorrow, retire tomorrow. I know Jazz is currently wearing, not only Joey Gallo, Jazz is currently wearing.
But I use Gallo for the obvious reasons.
For the obvious reasons. And it pissed off Alex Rodriguez that they gave it to Joey
By
Gallo.
the way, it would have pissed me off too.
Yeah.
But here's the problem.
Yeah.
Alex is in this perpetual doghouse because he put himself there.
100%.
I don't blame the Yankees for having bad feelings deep down inside towards A-Rod the person. A-Rod the player, look, his resume is what it is. He's one of the 5 greatest players of any generation, right? Or we can argue that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
But when you sue the Yankees, when you go after the Yankees, when you try to embarrass the Yankees, what do you expect the Yankees to do? To kiss your ass like everybody else and roll out the red carpet?
No.
But I know I'm contradicting myself, but I'm asking the obvious question. If we're going to retire numbers and put plaques in center field, we're doing that based on what did you do as a player for the New York Yankees? Sadly, and he's very open about it, the last few years of CC's career, he was being controlled by alcohol. And he's very open about that. And God bless him. He's in recovery. He's doing great. And he's a great beacon of light for other alcoholics to know that recovery is possible. but he embarrassed the pinstripes, in the later years of his Yankee career.
For a playoff series.
Right.
Because of it.
So he's now a retired Yankee.
Yes.
Nobody will ever wear that number ever again.
Mm-hmm.
We have multiple people wearing 13.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering if we're going to base it on baseball, how is A-Rod not having his number retired?
He absolutely should.
Okay.
He's been there long enough. You're 100% right. Everything you said. The numbers he gave, the championship he won, every bit about it. The best third baseman in history of the Yankees, it's probably
Craig
true.
Nettles?
Yeah, I mean, he's Alex Rodriguez.
Right.
He's one of the greatest players in the history of baseball. He got banged for steroids twice, really only once. One was investigative reporting that he admitted to, and then obviously denied the second allegation all those years, and sued the team doctor over an injury or whatever it was. Yeah. Listen, I'm with you. And I'm totally with that initial statement you said. The Yankees' retired numbers is watered down.
It is.
There are way too many people retired. There are way too many numbers retired. I know it gets like now the joke is, we're gonna have to start triple digits for the Yankees and everything like that.
Getting close.
It's a lot. But I think CC Sabathia is well deserved. Well deserved. Even if this wasn't watered down, like for me, Reggie Jackson's even won. Played like 5 years with the Yankees.
Right.
I know he won 2 championships and he was Mr. October, but 5 years isn't enough. CC had a long enough career. He's going into the Hall of Fame wearing a Yankee hat, first ballot Hall of Famer. CC Sabathia is one of the great free agent signings in Yankee history. I have no problem with CC being in. Alex Rodriguez absolutely should have his day. We should all celebrate him.
Yeah.
He should go in. Number 13 should be retired. There is no doubt in my mind. I've been saying it forever. Yeah. Alex Rodriguez deserves it as much as several of the players that are currently retired. 100%.
Look, he didn't win as many World Series as some of those guys.
He's not going to get in the Hall of Fame, so they don't have to, it's not like...
He'll get into the Hall of Fame 20 years from now. At some point, I think all the steroid guys will get in when there's, younger writers in there, or, someone will come along, a commissioner will come along. I know the commissioner doesn't get to dictate who gets in, but there'll be a push at some point for all those guys to get in, maybe not in his lifetime or our lifetimes, but I don't think that we're going to go 100 years and have the home run leader, the Cy Young Award winner, the RBI leader, the singles leader, the hits leader, and none of those guys are in the Hall of Fame.
Maybe.
That's another argument for another day, I guess.
Yeah. But I'm saying the Yankees could say, well, he's not a Hall of Famer. He's not a homegrown Yankee.
Right.
He only won 1 championship.
Right.
Now, same thing for CC.
CC's,
all those things are exactly the same, other than the Hall of Fame, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, no, I'm with you. If you want to take today with CC Sabathia getting
that's the first thing I thought of today.
If you want to say that this should mean that there are others, and certainly Alex Rodriguez being the number 1 name, I'm with you.
Yeah, by the way, I
wish they would change it. I wish it wasn't so easy to get in. I wish there were less guys inducted into Yankee Hall of Fame, whatever, but having that number retired. So
I do too, because it's got to be special. And honestly, the single digits are all special, right? And that's why we always talked about that. Hey, Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth,
Joe
Mickey
DiMaggio,
Mantle, Joe D. It was special. Yogi Berra, all those guys, right? But the reality, and I want to say that, I want to be clear, I'm not taking a shot at Paul O'Neill. Good for him.
Yeah.
That his number's retired. I think the only guys of that era that, frankly, in my opinion, whose numbers should have been retired because it was so special.
Yep.
That was something no other franchise had, that you couldn't argue that the numbers that have been retired, A, were all Hall of Famers, right? B, won a lot of World Series championships. And for a lot of those guys, at some level of their career, were regarded as the best at whatever position they happen to play, right? Mm-hmm. So, to me, Derek Jeter is the captain. Clearly, that's a no-brainer. And Mariano Rivera as the greatest closer of all time.
If you tell me they're the only 2 from that dynasty
that's
team,
what I'm saying to you.
I totally agree
no
with you.
Paul O'Neill.
No Bernie Williams. No Andy Pettitte.
No Posada. No Pettitte.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
I would have no problem if that dynasty is immortalized with those 2 numbers in Yankee Monument Park.
Yeah.
That's it. Just 2 and 42.
And by the way, if they had done that, it's a better argument in a weird way against A-Rod. We truly treat jersey retirements, number retirements, as uber special because we are the Yankees. Now, he didn't do himself any favors.
No.
I can guarantee you that if he didn't sue the Yankees, his number might have been retired.
Yeah.
I can definitely guarantee you that Joey Gallo wouldn't have gotten 13. That's for poop sure, right? But the first,
it's not going to happen for him.
No, it's never going to happen.
He's never going to be.
It's kind of like Bernard King is in the NBA Hall of Fame, or Pro Basketball Hall of Fame, whatever it's called, and he's not in the Knicks rafters. And the reason he's not in the Knicks rafters is that James Dolan always said, I don't think he played long enough for us, which is an argument you just made about
Reggie Jackson.
About Reggie Jackson, right? Well, yeah, he had these great moments, in 3 consecutive home runs on 3 consecutive pitches in 77 and 78.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, Mr. October, synonymous with the Yankees, but he wasn't a lifetime Yankee.
No.
Didn't play 10 years for the Yankees.
No.
Doesn't have 300 home runs for the Yankees.
No.
And yet,
won multiple championships with another team as well. Like
right.
I just don't think and I love Reggie Jackson, but I just don't think that those are names. Posada, all those guys, the other core members of the dynasty who weren't the greatest players. Right. You don't have to recognize everyone from that team in that way, in that manner. I've always been a proponent of that. Right. I think it should just be 2 and 42. The 2 Hall of Famers that between them got one person not to vote for them in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
That's good enough. If you want to throw in even Joe Torre, I could understand the manager of that team.
Okay.
But Paul O'Neill, God, I love him.
Right.
I would have no
Should
problem.
not have his number
Shouldn't
retired.
have his number retired.
Jorge Posada.
Love him. Shouldn't necessarily have his number retired. Andy Pettitte. Could not love him more. My guy.
Right. Did steroids.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
He admitted to it, yes.
That's right.
Human growth hormones. But
did steroids with Roger Clemens.
Yes,
and then try to explain it as I just had to get out there and help my teammates out.
That's right.
Why do you think Roger Clemens did it? Right?
To
why does everybody do it?
I know.
So that's the first thing on Sabathia and A-Rod.
But well-deserved on Sabathia.
Yes,
I would have, even if we were holding it to a higher standard, I do think CC being a Hall of Famer the years here, the ace of the staff for as long as he was, the championship, the ALCS MVP, being the stalwart of that next generation. He changed the team a lot of ways. CC, well-deserved. I'm thrilled for CC. He deserves it.
And then since we're opening up with baseball, let me be consistent here and say baseball for you.
Okay.
I know you're bothered by this. If you're not bothered by this, there's a problem. Because Aaron Boone sat right in between us.
Yep.
And you and I asked Aaron Boone about Giancarlo Stanton. And he said, "Oh, G's ready to go. G's good to go."
Well,
different off-season weight regimen. Obviously, looks like shredded, kind of. Not as bulky as he was.
He lost weight.
Yep, and looks great. And then we find out today, and it's kind of comical to me, that Giancarlo Stanton says, I want to play every game this year. I want to be available for the Yankees the entire season this year. But I do have to let you know, I can't open a water bottle. Let me see if I can. Oh, yes, I can.
You can.
And I can't open a bag of chips because I've got tennis elbow in both elbows, and it hasn't gotten any better. So I ask you, Big Mac.
Again.
How in the world is he going to play every game? He's not. When he can't even open up a bag of freaking chips.
Why do you think I asked Aaron Boone? Why do you think I asked Aaron Boone in that long-winded question where I tried to get every injury in there? I specifically ended it with Giancarlo because we weren't talking about it, but I was curious how Giancarlo Stanton was doing.
Yeah.
Because here's the bottom line.
Go ahead.
Giancarlo Stanton is going to miss time.
Yes.
Whether it's for the elbow, whether it's for a hamstring, a calf muscle, a toothache.
Right.
He is going to miss time because that's what he does. But I got to tell you something, Craig, and you're going to be shocked when you hear this.
I can't wait to hear this.
Ready? Today was nothing.
Oh, stop it.
This is absolutely nothing.
You can't say that.
It's nothing.
Today's a big deal.
No, it's not.
The guy that we told was going to be fine, who wants to play every day,
if you remember,
can't open a bag of chips.
If you remember the question, right, at the end of it, what I say? At the end of the question, I said, well, that doesn't make me feel good about Giancarlo. Like, Giancarlo last year told us, it's still there. Right. I'm playing through pain.
Okay.
He showed up to spring training this year.
Yes.
And said, it's still there. I'm playing through pain. Now he's coming out and he says, in the same breath, I intend to play every single day.
Which we know is not going to happen.
Well, we know it's not going to happen, but my point is, all he did was give a visual to what playing through pain is.
Okay.
That's all he did. Nothing's changed. His injury status hasn't changed. He's still on target to play May 3rd or 4th, the first spring training game. Nothing has changed. March 4th, I'm sorry. Nothing has changed other than the idea that we have the visual of Giancarlo Stanton trying to open up a bag of chips. That's it. We just didn't know it was that severe a pain.
Yeah.
But he's playing through it. And by the way, he played through it last year.
Okay.
And
unbeknownst to us.
No, not unbeknownst to us. We knew it. He missed half the season with it.
With not both elbows. We didn't know. We knew both elbows early on?
Yes. Last year,
I feel like we didn't know the two elbow thing until later on.
No.
Yeah.
This time last year, almost to the day.
Yeah.
It was Giancarlo is dealing with tennis elbow in both elbows.
Okay.
He missed half the season with it.
Right.
He came back. Said, it's still bothering me, but I'm at a place where I can play. And you know what he did?
What did he do?
He played about 400 at-bats. He hit 24 home runs.
Pretty good.
Hit 270, the highest batting average I believe he's had as a Yankee. And he had a 944 OPS. He had an incredible second half last year while playing through this exact same injury. Today is nothing other than a story where you can bring out a bag of chips and have a little bit of fun. That's it. That's it.
That's where you and I disagree.
No.
That's why people call you a shill. I'm not saying you're
wrong. I'm
wrong.
not being a shill. He's going to miss time.
Yes, he is.
The Yankee, Giancarlo Stanton, is going to miss a month. I would sign right now in blood for 100 games from Giancarlo Stanton.
For 100?
100 games. So, and obviously September, October.
Yes, so 100 games and postseason.
Okay. I would sign for it right now. Really? I am not saying he's not injured. I am not saying
so you'll take about a 40% time missed this regular season.
Yes, because that's what he does.
Yes.
What's the news?
He's so soft. For a big guy who's really muscular and strong.
That's the argument.
Could this guy be any softer, though? Like, I have a bag of chips in front of me. All right? I have a bag of Kettle Brand potato chips, Honey Dijon. Great taste, naturally. All right?
If you've ever been with me, please make this very difficult for me to open the bag.
Here we go.
Please.
Now, there's a lot of pressure on me.
Please.
Can I open the bag in one pull? Now, I'm not sure how this bag is sealed.
It in oil or something.
All right. Okay, here we go. Am I more athletic than Giancarlo Stanton?
There you go. Let's see.
Who's made how much money in his baseball career? $400 million?
He signed a $300+ million contract.
Maron. That's right. I'm going to play every day for the Yankees, but I cannot open up a bag of chips. I'm not going to play every day for the Yankees. Here we go. Can I have some chip opening music, please, over there? If you don't mind. All right, here we go. Okay. A lot of pressure. Here we go.
Here we go. There's too much air in that bag.
I get one shot at it. Am I more athletic in my elbows and fingers than Giancarlo Stanton? 3. Oh, it's almost Olympic-esque.
Yeah.
And now in the bag opening ceremony, representing Team Finland, Svansson. Here we go. All right. 3, 2, 1. Yes!
Oh.
Woohoo! I'm more athletic than Giancarlo Stanton. Yes! And now, to the victor goes the spoils.
Congratulations, you're an idiot.
There you go. No.
We knew this.
That's said he couldn't open up a water bottle. Let me get that.
My point. Here's my point.
Come on, that guy's not a professional athlete.
You know what? You know why he said
Let's retire his number.
and I wonder why. I was thinking about it as the news broke, and I'm listening to Sean and Tiki talk about it because Evan wasn't here today. And I was thinking
Where was
about
Evan?
it.
His back hurts still?
No, I think he's on vacation.
Oh, okay, nice. Seems that's like a virus around here. You work 5 weeks, you take a week off. Is that the new deal with the fan?
There's a lot of snow. You need to get away.
Oh, got it.
But like as I was listening, and I'm wondering why. Why would he say this?
Yeah.
Why would he bother to give this kind of example?
Right, knowing exactly what I'm going to do with it.
Knowing exactly what everyone's going to do with it. And here's why. Because he wants to push back on the soft narrative. He wants to say,
I play hurt?
I'm tough.
But he's not tough. He's the antithesis of tough.
I'm playing through the injury. I'm tough.
Don't you remember the big fight I had with Aaron Boone a couple years ago when I was upset that I think they were playing in Cleveland and it was a little chilly.
Yeah.
And he was DHing, obviously.
And he had the sweatshirt
And he
on.
put his sweatshirt on because he was cold. You ain't tough.
I'm just telling you.
You think this was an attempt to prove to people that I'm a tough guy?
I think it's, hey.
I'm playing through pain?
I'm playing through pain. This is, I think it was, they were asking about it. He's talking about playing through pain, mentally tough. The Yankees are calling him mentally tough. Boone's quoted as saying he's the most mentally tough player I've ever been around.
Well, he has. Look, I'll give him. I think from a standpoint of the boo birds that he has heard here.
Well, that's true.
In his time with the Yankees.
Yeah.
And despite hearing a lot of naysayers in the crowd, which he's heard more than maybe any other star that this town's had in a long, long time. And it doesn't bother him. And he goes out there and he'll get the clutch home run. And obviously, he's had some amazing postseason moments for the Yankees as well. The reality is this. I always wonder if you had 2 elbow problems throughout the entire last few months or 6 months of last season. So the entire year, essentially, right?
Yep.
And you have the best doctors in the world. And I'm not blaming I'm not blaming Stan on this, but it's a fair question.
Right.
Why did we do anything about it this offseason?
Yeah, he's quoted in the story talking
I don't get
about
that.
They could have had surgery. He's concerned. He said in the interview that if you have surgery, you could be back to being a normal person within a couple of months or a week or whatever.
Sure.
But to swing a bat, he's not sure that the surgery would help him long term, or the surgery.
But the flip side is you're going to miss a bunch of games this year.
Yes.
You can't open a bag
that.
of chips. You can't open up a screw top bottle.
Okay. Listen,
and let's be honest, it's going to be a problem. I'm upset about it.
We don't know how many games he's going to miss because of the elbow. He's playing through it. And by the way, I want to make sure we get this clear. The first time we heard he had elbow pain was in the postseason in 24 when he was carrying the Yankees to the World Series.
Okay.
Home run after home run after home run. Him and Soto carried Judge and the rest of the Yankees to the World Series dealing with this elbow pain. He missed half of last year to try and give it some time. I think that's part of it. I don't think time is helping. I think that's the problem. But he tried to give it some time, came back in the second half, played excellent baseball. 944 OPS.
Yes.
You could argue it was the best half of baseball he's played in a Yankee uniform. So they're going into the season understanding there's going to be some load management, a term you love very much. He's going to get some days off. They're going to rotate the DH spot.
Yeah.
They're going to try and nurse him through a whole season and get him to the end. That's the plan for Giancarlo.
That's a lousy plan.
But
it's a lousy plan.
But here's my point. It's the same lousy plan yesterday.
Yes.
It was the same lousy plan 2 days ago.
But I didn't know how bad his elbows were 2 days ago.
That's all. Now they opened up the window and we saw him struggle with a bag. That's it.
Which, to be fair, the question needs to be asked. If you've got the amount of money they've got invested in him, and his bat is so important to the Yankees offense, especially come the postseason, why did we not operate on both elbows? And if we acknowledge he's going to miss 40, 50, 60 games anyway, because that's what he typically does, then I don't need him in April and May. Have the surgery in October last year and be ready to go in June.
They didn't.
That's malfeasance to your fan base.
They don't think the surgery would necessarily help.
Well, I disagree. Because he's not any better today, so not having surgery didn't help either. If you can't open up a bag of chips 7 months after your last at-bat, then you should have had the freaking surgery. And I'm bothered by it.
Okay.
Because we deserve you being at your best, and there's no way you're going to be at your best.
How can you say that when literally the last year of him playing through this was him at his best?
He's not going to be at his best.
You can assume that, and I'm not saying it's even an unfair assumption, but you can't just make it. It's just, come on. The dude played all of last year with the same injury, and he had a 944 OPS.
And he didn't have the injury fixed, and now he's a year older. Right?
Okay, yeah.
All right, so I just think we deserve better on that one. And I'm not sure who to blame on it, whether it's the Yankees. He might have said no to the surgery, so maybe he's to blame.
Yeah, no, Giancarlo made it seem like he didn't want the surgery.
All everybody keeps telling me is, he looks great, he's going to be great. Boone said the same thing when we talked to him.
Yeah.
Oh, G's going to be great, G's awesome, all good. He's not all good. He's not going to be awesome, and I don't understand why that's acceptable to the New York Yankees. The Yankees pay him a lot of effing money.
Yeah.
And if I'm the Yankees and my orthopedic guys, my elbow guys at HSSA, here's the reality. He needs surgery. Now, go get the damn surgery. Wait till the start of the season to tell me you can't open up a bag of chips.
He's playing.
And by the way, one quick thing on that, if I may.
They didn't put him on the IL.
If I may.
He's playing.
One thing about that.
Yes.
You and I both know damn well that dude hasn't had a potato chip in a decade.
That's a good point.
So I don't care about you opening up a bag of chips. When's the last time Giancarlo Stanton, who theoretically treats his body like a temple, just not his elbows, ever opened up a bag of Honey Dijon kettle potato chips?
I was thinking maybe the tennis elbow diet's the trick for me.
Yeah, exactly right.
I can't open anything. Yeah. How can I eat it?
Can't eat if you can't open.
Can't eat if I can't
open it.
But again, this is the story sounds bad.
Yeah,
it's
it is
just
bad.
as bad as it was yesterday and the day before.
You strike me as the type of guy that had you lived in Greco-Roman times, you would have loved to have been fed by hot gals in skimpy outfits, grapes and stuff. That you would have laid back. Oh, me, 100% me too. Yeah, I'm not saying no.
What guy doesn't strike you as that? Go walk down the block and find a guy who that doesn't strike you.
But see, you appear to be the guy. You got Cupid. You're laying back. You're on the nice cloud feather bed.
Yeah.
You've got your harem.
Yeah. And I got truth arrows.
Yeah.
For everybody. Truth arrow. Truth arrow. Truth arrow.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because everybody gets...
Another grape, sir?
I love grapes.
Would you want to be known as Sir or Your Highness?
Oh, Your Highness, if that's an option.
Your Highness, would you like another grape?
Absolutely.
Feed me a grape.
Yes.
For I am the great Cupid.
Do you know how Jack the Ripper lured women into his
I do not.
horse and buggy was grapes?
No. Was it grapes?
Grapes.
He threw them at him?
No, they were expensive and hard to get, so he would,
Is that right?
The prostitutes would be so enamored by him having grapes.
I've got grapes.
That
was enough to get a gal to get into a, questionable horse and buggy.
Yep.
I've got grapes.
That's how he would get them to trust him because
really?
only a rich person would have grapes.
Got it. I never heard that story.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you learn something new every day. Giancarlo isn't that bad.
Yeah.
And grapes and Jack the Ripper.
And just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be a bad guy here. Mm-hmm. You have poo-pooed a lot of my conspiracy theories.
Okay.
Why should I just accept that one as fact?
What conspiracy theory?
Well, they never caught Jack the Ripper.
That's true.
So how would we know how? And the women all die. They're all dead.
Yes.
So how do we know how he lured them into the buggy if they didn't live to tell the story and he was never caught? Just asking.
Yeah.
Like you said, like it was fact. I'm wondering how do you know? How do you know it's to be fact?
Because they found
grapes.
They did autopsies and undigested grapes.
Oh, is that right?
Were in all of the women.
We were doing autopsies back then?
Yes.
Okay. Now I know.
And they found, and by the way, I know this because it was in a Johnny Depp movie. So it might not be entirely true. It's a movie called Chase the Dragon with Johnny Damon. Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
But, okay, just let's understand what this is, all right?
Go.
There is a concern.
Yes.
But there was a concern. That's why I asked Aaron Boone. There was no injury. No news on Giancarlo Stanton.
Right.
Nothing going on with Giancarlo Stanton. Giancarlo Stanton's having a great offseason for all we know. Why'd I ask him? Because we know something is going to happen to Giancarlo.
Sadly.
We know it.
Yeah.
It's baked in. They went out and made a trade last night to bring another right-handed outfield bat to the team to help. This is all part of it. They know they need
That's exactly
They go
right.
get Grichuk because they need right-handed bats. Giancarlo's going to miss some time, and even if he doesn't, he might play. He might miss once a week, twice a week.
Sure.
Like this was all baked in. All we got today was the image of him not being able to open up a bag of chips and running wild with it.
Got it. Let's take a quick break. We get all your calls. By the way, you gave us the wrong movie name. The name of the movie you're referencing is From Hell.
Oh, From Hell.
Yes.
Right, I'm sorry. Yeah,
for one today. 888-808-1019.